from Daily Crypto Trade Series, come to you live from Asia, guys. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin. We're going to be talking about Dogecoin. Get in now. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about Bitcoin. I'm talking about cryptocurrency. As we can see that, Bitcoin was above $48,000, and we have not seen $48,000 in 2 years, guys. 2 freaking years. And, a lot of people don't quite understand what's going on. A lot of people don't get it. A lot of people are going to look back in a year from now, and they're going to wish they got in to Bitcoin at 43,000. They're going to wish they got into Bitcoin at 47,000. Remember, and all this is financial advice. Go down there, smash the likes, lick the likes, show some love out there, and subscribe. And a lot of people are going to really regret that they didn't get in. And Kathy Wood from ARK Invest, she's predicting $1 million Bitcoin. Michael Saylor is predicting 250,000 Bitcoin. Other people are saying 100,000 Bitcoin. A lot of people are saying that we could hit all-time highs before the halving that's going to happen late April, early May. So there's a lot of catalysts that are going on. For the first time in the history of Bitcoin, we have the Bitcoin spot ETFs. And the whales are, I'm going to show you the technicals, but whales are still gobbling up Bitcoin. And you all need to know that Bitcoin has a finite supply. And around about 98%, 97, 98% of all Bitcoin has been mined. But the demand for Bitcoin is going up and up. There's going to be a huge supply shock. Now let's talk about Dogecoin. Dogecoin and most of the cryptocurrencies, most of the altcoins, there is a correlation between Bitcoin, the amount of liquidity that Bitcoin holds, and the altcoins. And a lot of people are going to really regret it. I'm telling you. Don't regret it. I mean, I talked to some people yesterday, and they said, oh, I don't want to get in Bitcoin now. It's too high. It's too expensive. Guys, $1 million Bitcoin, when you come by at 47, is cheap. Just put that in perspective. Now, if we take a look at what's going on so far for Bitcoin, we can see that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months of Bitcoin being in the green. This bull run is unstoppable. It's unstoppable. I don't think with the Bitcoin ETF, with the whales demanding more Bitcoin, I don't think we're going to see a downside a month for Bitcoin. We're up 12.19%. It's humongous. It's humongous. If we take a look at what's going on right now, we're seeing that Bitcoin is still up. It's above 47,500, 47.6. Now, I'm going to show you the chart, but Bitcoin did briefly go above 48,000. And remember, we have not been above $47,000 in over 2 years, okay? We have not been this high in 2 years. Ethereum is also doing good. Doge is down. Solana is doing good. And the Bitcoin sentiment could not be any more positive. We're at 71. We're like in extreme greed, guys. Extreme greed. If you take a look at what's going on in crypto markets, the evidence is here. It's here. We're up 10% in the last 7 days. Ethereum is up. BNB is up. Solana is up. XRP is up. Cardano is up. Avalanche is up. And Doge, even Doge is up 3.37%. Now, Doge is still above the 0.81 level, which is good. And we need to stay there. And remember, it's a weekend. Asia's still on holiday for the Chinese New Year or the Lunar New Year, whatever you want to call it. And I think it's still pretty positive that, Dogecoin is where it is. Announcement-wise, CPI is coming. DXY is trending up, but it's still halfway between the top and the bottom. So that's positive. Now, Bitcoin is following my supporting line here in the blue. And Bitcoin is going up. I think Bitcoin will easily hit $50,000 by the end of this month, guys. I believe it. I think that we're going to hit $50,000 by the end of this month. I think it's inevitable. And I even believe that we could even hit all-time highs. I think we could hit all-time highs before the halving, guys. I think we can do it. And if you look at the trajectory, it's kind of like this. It looks like we're forming the beginnings of a huge cup of handle. We had this downside, nice sloping up, and we're basically having on the daily a V-shaped recovery, guys. I just can't tell you how fantastic this is. Ethereum as well is above my trend line, my yellow trend line. Fantastic, guys. Bitcoin $200,000 or $500,000 in this cycle. I think it's even going to be more. I think it could be more. It's the institutional cycle. Remember, in previous cycles, it was retail. Nancy Drew, Joe Public that were fueling the Bitcoin. Also, we're going to be talking about China's deflation and the collapse of their economy. And that, I believe, is going to take Chinese retail investors to move their assets into Bitcoin. So this means that the influx of money, which the markets haven't seen before, and I've been chiming and talking for 2 years about this, that once institutions start to ape into Bitcoin, we're going to see Bitcoin fly like never before. So this means that the influx of money, which the markets haven't seen before, and coming into the markets, the recent inflow in the ETF has shown interest. What does this mean? Where's the top? Well, in the long read, I'll provide some of my firsthand thoughts on the upcoming year for crypto, and we might be looking for potential top cycle. Diminishing returns. This topic has been discussed a lot in the past few months, but it essentially means that the markets will have a lower peak this time because the returns in previous cycles could be diminishing. Diminishing returns means the previous peak had a considerable percentage gain than the current peak. For example, the peak in 2021 had a percentage gain of 2,000%, while the peak in 2017 had a percentage gain of 12,000 compared to the cycle low. However, if I'm reading those arguments, I have some concerns regarding this theory. Diminishing returns would be possible through which the cycle could also give 1,900% return, equaling a peak of 300,000. So even if the diminishing return theory is intact and we only have 1,900 compared to 2,000, we still hit a $300,000 Bitcoin. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, guys. 4-year cycle. There's another key concept for the markets that have been moving in the previous cycle. In that aspect, the impact of the underlying supply and demand shock has been giving positive push to the price action of Bitcoin. And remember, the supply will go up and the supply will go down and the demand will go up. And that's going to play into the hands of pushing more price of Bitcoin higher and higher. And also, the approval of the ETF is like no other. It's going to create a huge influx of capital to flow into Bitcoin, guys. Where is Bitcoin heading? I think Bitcoin is heading to the freaking moon. $500,000 is coming in, guys. I absolutely believe it. Guys, don't sleep on Bitcoin. Do not do that. And look at this from Red Capital. Bitcoin is only days away from fully confirming the breakout and confirming a new phase in the halving cycle. So we can see here in 2020, in this blue box, Bitcoin almost doubled. And we're about to see the same pattern happening again. And if we double from here, we could see easily all-time high pre-halving rally. I'm telling you, we could easily see a new top, 54 to 69,000 pre-halving. I think it's pre-programmed, guys. Absolutely pre-programmed. Let's reflect. This is the price of Bitcoin on the same date in 2024. You know what the price is? It's actually 47.6 now. In 2023, 21,639. So essentially, if you'd have bought your Bitcoin in 2023, you double your money. Okay. In 2022, okay, that's 2 years ago, we were at 43,000. In 2021, 44. So you guys can see we're doing fantastic, guys. Don't forget the halving is 66 days away. Don't sleep on it. You know, and I believe we're probably never going to see a $40,000 Bitcoin again. And we can see in cycle 4, the target here, conservative target, is 250,000. 250,000. What you see here is Bitcoin's price over 13 years. The peaks align with the logarithmic growth curve. So if we look at the logarithmic growth curve here and the cycle peaks, you can see that based on the alignment, we should easily see $250,000. It's perfect, guys. It's perfect. Let's listen. I thought this is kind of interesting. This is from Michael Sayer. And he's talking about gold, Sayer on gold and fiat versus Bitcoin. So I think this is true, and I think it's interesting. Let's listen in.
Try to carry a gold bar through an airport?
Very heavy.
Yeah, try it next time. You know, they won't let you through, right?
Yeah.
In fact, if you tried to carry $100,000 of gold through an airport, not only would you not get through, but the assumption would be you're a criminal, you stole the gold, and they would just take it and keep it without a court order. Now, try to carry $100,000 of cash through the airport. You ever try that? You can put it in a bag, and as you're walking through the x-ray machine, just nonchalantly say to the officer, yeah, I'm carrying $100,000 of money onto the airplane. You won't get through. Now, not only will you not get through, they'll just take your money. They'll just take it, and the assumption will be you stole it, okay? So cash is a unit of control. Now, put $100,000 in a bank and try to wire it to someone, or just take it out, and they're going to ask you why.
All right.
Tell them it's none of their business. Try to send it to someone privately, to a numbered Swiss bank account, right? See how that works. That won't work. That's a system of control.
Yep.
Bitcoin is the one network you can't control. Nobody can control Bitcoin. So if you're insecure about being able to own your own money, do you own it? And can you actually use it without asking somebody's permission? Then the solution is not gold. It's not silver coins. It's not stacks of cash. It's not money in a bank in the U.S. It's certainly not money in a bank in Lebanon, Argentina, anywhere in Africa. The one network that you have that gives you a decent chance of owning your own money and then being able to spend it the way you want
is Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Wow. Come on, guys. What do you think? It's so true. Also, more evidence that Bitcoin's going to go up. We're seeing that Bitcoin whales have been on a buying spree, acquiring 140,000 Bitcoin over the past 3 weeks, amounting to 6.16 billion. Guys, institutional demand is coming. Bitcoin is trading volume hit a 4-week high yesterday as price frenzy capped off plus 13% a week of growth. So I told you, Bitcoin's up 13% for the whole month. And guys, the demand, the trading volume is going insane. Guys, also another catalyst that's happening right now is China. China consumer prices plunge fastest rate in 15 years as deflation fears deepen. And I tell you, retail investors, Chinese retail investors are going to flock to crypto. They're going to flock to Bitcoin. And there's going to be more liquidity flowing into the market. So we're going to have institutional investors. We're going to have Chinese retail investors. FOMO is going to start. The U.S. retail investors are going to ape in like crazy. We've got limited supply. We've got demand shock. We've got exchanges where we're running out of Bitcoin. I tell you, Bitcoin is going to be scarcer than freaking dinosaurs soon. And I tell you, the price is going to go insane. And when the price goes insane, we're going to see Dogecoin pump like freaking crazy, guys. Some other news that's coming in right now, we're seeing that right now, UK crypto groups call for a change of Bank of England, the FCA, because, you know, Bank of England, like at one point they were like saying, oh, look, we want to be the crypto hub of Europe and we're going to be friendly. And then they started to have all these freaking rules, right? Like, for example, if you're a UK holder and you have a Binance account, you can't do any fucking staking. You can't stake. You can't earn interest on your crypto. You can't do that. I used to be able to do that, and then suddenly it's not available to you in this region. God damn it. Also, too, we're seeing that New York's Attorney General seeks a $3 billion in legal battle against crypto companies, highlighting the needs for stronger rules to protect investors. So we know that the New York Attorney General is a Debbie Downer out there, Elizabeth Warren, Fern out there. What's going on? So yeah, that's kind of, 78% of 40 crypto project managers surveyed expect new price record for BTC before 2030. Wow. So a lot of stuff is freaking happening, guys. Yeah. So guys, do not sleep on Bitcoin. Guys, don't forget, if you got your crypto on a centralized exchange, get it off there. You don't own it. You do not freaking own it. Basically, you just have an IOU from the exchange, and the exchange collapses because of bankrupt. You got nothing out there. So if you have one Bitcoin on an exchange right now, and it's, we could see 250, 500, $1 million, get it on a hardware wallet, boys, because if the exchange goes bankrupt, you out $1 million. Okay. Let's talk about Doge. I want to talk about Williamsburg's Pizza out that, in New York, Lower East Side, accepts Dogecoin. I talked about it yesterday. It's yummy. And guys, what we need is more companies, more entrepreneurs out there to start loving the Doge. And the only way you can love the Doge is by accepting Doge for your businesses. It's not hard. So, let's do it, guys. You can use QR codes and all that kind of stuff. It's fantastic, guys. Get it. Also, I talked about the Dogecoin Foundation announces a new libdoge update. That's good because nothing's been really happening from the developers for quite some time. So this is good news that the developers are still working. They're still busy. That is good news. Dogecoin tipping coming to X soon. I think it's happening, guys. I think, remember, once we get the California transmitter license for X platform, I think this is when we're going to start to see the integration of Doge for tipping, cryptocurrency. I think we're Elon's just waiting for a couple more transmitter licenses, then it's gonna go bonkers, guys. So I still think we could be seeing a 45-50% bullish rally for Dogecoin. It's just a matter of time. Time. I'm thinking Dogecoin right now is still above my purple trend line, and it's at 0.08 on the Binance chart. On the aggregate chart, it's 0.081. So we're still looking good, but we're going down a little bit. We need to reverse that. It's a sleepy weekend. 47% of all holders are in the money. We're bullish, though. The technicals are flashing bullish out there, guys. We're seeing that market cap is down a little bit, and the volumes are down. It's a weekend. Chinese New Year. The Chinese Asian market, Lunar New Year, they're quiet. Probably got hangovers. Elon Musk proclaims SpaceX ambitious astronaut missions and Dogecoin space venture. So this is this whole thing where GEC had to rebook and pay in Dogecoin. So it's still going to happen. We haven't had any highlights when it's going to happen, but it's going to freaking happen, guys. So yeah, Dogecoin to the freaking moon, guys. It's a great time to be live. I love all of you. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Don't forget to go follow me on my Twitter. We got 10,700. Let's get this up to 11,000. Let's get it up to 11 freaking thousand. Let's go. Let's freaking go, guys. It's a great time to be live. So it's sunny here. I'm off to work. I'm going to go drive over to Starbucks, get my coffee. There's no go without the Joe. OG in the house, guys. I'll see you next one. Peace out.